In the beginning, the world was perfect. God had created the heavens and the earth, filling them with light, water, and life. Then, on the sixth day, he formed the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. But Adam was alone. So, God caused him to fall into a deep sleep, took one of his ribs, and from it, created the first woman, Eve. Together, they lived in Eden, a paradise beyond imagination, lush, vibrant, and full of life. The Garden of Eden, a perfect world. Eden was no ordinary garden. It was filled with fruit-bearing trees, flowing rivers, and animals of every kind. But in the center stood two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam and Eve one simple rule. You may eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For on the day you eat from it, you will surely die. For a time, life was perfect. Adam and Eve walked with God, free from pain, fear, or death. But lurking in the shadows was one who sought to destroy it all. The serpent's deception. One day, as Eve wandered near the forbidden tree, a mysterious serpent appeared. But this was no ordinary creature, it was Satan, taking the form of a snake. With a cunning voice, he whispered, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve hesitated. "We may eat from any tree, except this one. If we touch or eat its fruit, we will die." The serpent let out a sly laugh. "You will not surely die. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like him, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit, so beautiful, so tempting. Desire filled her heart. Slowly, she reached out, plucked the fruit, and took a bite. The sweetness spread across her tongue. She handed it to Adam, and he too ate. The fall, a shattered world. In an instant, everything changed. Their eyes were opened, but instead of wisdom, they felt shame. They realized their nakedness and covered themselves with fig leaves. When they heard God walking in the garden, they hid. "Adam, where are you?" God called. Trembling, Adam stepped forward. "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." "Who told you that you were naked?" God asked. "Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam pointed to Eve. "The woman you gave gave me the fruit, and I ate it." Eve, in turn, blamed the serpent. "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." Sorrow filled God's heart. The perfect world was broken. Sin had entered, and with it came pain, suffering, and death. The consequences and the promise. God declared judgment. The serpent would forever crawl on its belly, cursed above all creatures. Eve and all women after her would experience pain in childbirth. Adam would toil and labor, struggling to bring food from the ground. And worst of all, they would be banished from Eden, separated from God's presence. But even in judgment, there was hope. As they left the garden, God made them clothes from animal skins, showing his love and care. And he gave a promise: one day, a Savior would come to crush the serpent's head and restore what was lost. As the gates of Eden closed behind them, Adam and Eve stepped into a new world, one of hardship and sorrow. But through their descendants, the story of redemption had just begun.